Hey, welcome to the Explainer. There's a really weird paradox in business that we need to talk about. How is it possible to have a company full of amazing, high-performing teams that somehow still create huge roadblocks for each other? It's a problem that's hiding in plain sight, and today we're going to drag it into the light.
So, let me ask you a question. Think about your own workplace for a minute. When things slow down, when mistakes pop up, when costs just seem to inflate, where does everyone look for the cause? Inside a specific department, right? Well, what if the real problem isn't in a department at all? And that, right there, is the big idea for today. We spend so much energy, time, and money optimizing what happens inside our teams. In planning and ops, in finance. But the real friction, the stuff that really grinds things to a halt, is almost always found in the gaps between those teams.
We call this the invisible problem for a pretty simple reason. On the surface, every single department might look like it's running like a well-oiled machine. The issue only really becomes obvious when you zoom out and look at the whole picture from start to finish. Think about it like this. We work so hard to get the left side of this chart perfect. We want optimized processes, we want clear systems, we want efficient work, all within our own little worlds. But what about the right side? What's happening in the space between departments? That's where you find the manual handoffs, the information black holes, the hidden friction. Each team can be a perfectly tuned engine, but if the transmission connecting them is busted, that car is not going anywhere fast. So what does this actually feel like day to day? Let's take a look at what we call life in the silo, and I bet some of these examples are going to feel very familiar.
Okay, so picture this. The planning department gets some new, urgent information. They do their job. They update a critical job in their system. Perfect. From where they're sitting, the work is done. It's correct, it's up to date, but where does that information go now?
And here's where it all falls apart. Because planning and operations are living in different systems, that critical update doesn't automatically travel. All of a sudden, you've got two versions of the truth coexisting in the same company. Planning is seeing reality as it is right now, while operations is working off of old news, and they have no idea anything has even changed.
Come on, does this sound familiar? I bet it does. Just think of all the hours burned on phone calls, on Slack and emails, just chasing people down trying to figure out which information is the real information. That's the silo at work.
Or how about this classic journey? The compliance team needs some customs info. They don't have it, so what do? They fire off an email to operations. Now, the information is out there, it exists, but it's locked away in the ops system. And so everything stops. Time is just wasted while somebody in operations has to stop what they're doing, dig up that data, copy it, and then paste it into an email. Every single one of those manual steps is a chance for delay and, of course, human error.
And let's be clear, this isn't just a small annoyance. These gaps have huge consequences. We're talking about a total lack of visibility across the business, constant delays, endless errors from people rekeying data, and your most valuable people being forced to chase information instead of creating value. It is a system that is basically designed to be inefficient.
But, and this is the good news, it absolutely does not have to be this way. The solution isn't to just work harder inside the silos. It's to work smarter by connecting them. It's all about building digital bridges to finally close those gaps.
And the end goal here, what we're really aiming for, is a state that we call flow. This is what it looks like when information just moves automatically and seamlessly to where it needs to go. No more different versions of the truth. Instead, everybody has a shared view into the same single source of truth. And the guiding principle to get there is actually incredibly simple. It's this: your data should be doing the moving, not your people. Your team's time is just far too valuable to be spent acting like human copy and paste machines between different spreadsheets in software.
When you get this right, when you actually achieve that state of flow, the benefits hit you almost immediately. All that time spent chasing updates, it just evaporates. Errors from manual data entry? Gone. And the best part? You free up your people from all that boring, low-value admin work so they can actually focus on the stuff that really matters.
Okay, so we've diagnosed the problem, that friction between departments, and we've defined the ideal solution, creating flow by building these digital bridges, which of course brings us to the big critical question.
Where do you even begin? I get it. It can seem like a massive, overwhelming task. How do you figure out which connections are the most important ones to build first, and what's the smartest way to actually build them?
Well, that is exactly what we're going to break down in our very next explainer. We're going to talk all about how to pinpoint the most impactful areas to build those bridges, and, just as important,
what you probably shouldn't try to automate. I really hope you'll join us. Until then, have a think about it. Where's the real friction in your business?